The 2014 summer movie season may just be getting started, but it's never too early to start looking ahead to films we'll be packing into theaters to see next summer. So with that in mind, we're breaking down some of 2015's most anticipated summer blockbusters. With Star Wars Episode 7 breaking tradition and hitting theaters in December instead of May, and the long-awaited Superman-Batman team-up getting pushed to 2016, summer 2015 isn't looking quite as epic as originally anticipated, but there's still plenty of big movies coming out next summer, and easily one of the biggest and most anticipated is Avengers: Age of Ultron. Earth's mightiest heroes reunite on May 1st to battle the evil robot Ultron and bring in new additions, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, to lend a hand. Studios are giving the Avengers plenty of breathing room, but 2 weeks later, on May 15th, a trio of movies arrive in theaters, starting with Mad Max Fury Road. The long-delayed reboot features Tom Hardy taking over the title role with Charlize Theron and Nicholas Hoult co-starring. Also on May 15th is Pixels, starring Adam Sandler, Peter Dinklage, Kevin James, and Josh Gad as gamers who are recruited to battle 80s-era video game characters who've attacked New York. If 80s video game nostalgia isn't necessarily your thing, then maybe Pitch Perfect 2 is. Elizabeth Banks takes over directing duties on the sequel that focuses on the singing group as they deal with senior year at Barden University. George Clooney teams up with director Brad Bird for the very top secret Tomorrowland on May 22nd. Not much is known about the film, but Clooney plays a former boy genius inventor who joins forces with a scientifically minded teen played by Britt Robertson, who embark on a quest through time and space. Now, if science kind of makes your brain hurt, then you might want to check out Spy instead. The comedy reunites Melissa McCarthy with her bridesmaid director Paul Feig and co-star Rose Byrne, with McCarthy playing a James Bond-esque secret agent. Jason Statham, Jude Law, and 50 Cent also co-star. June 5th brings us the animated comedy BOO, Bureau of Otherworldly Operations, starring the voice of Seth Rogen as a ghost who is sent back to ghost school to improve his haunting skills. Melissa McCarthy, Bill Murray, Rashida Jones, and Octavia Spencer also lend their voices to the haunted comedy. Now, for those of you looking for action, the 5th also has the disaster pick San Andreas, starring Dwayne Johnson as a rescue chopper pilot who sets off to save his estranged daughter after a deadly earthquake. Now, the 4th installment of the very successful Jurassic Park franchise arrives on June 12th and stars Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. Not much is known about the plot of Jurassic World just yet, but we do know it will take place 20 years after the events of the first film, and which for some has the cojones to go up against one of the biggest franchises of all time. It's none other than the boys from Entourage. The hit HBO series heads to the big screen and continues the adventures of star Vincent Chase and his buddies as they try to make it big in Hollywood. Another foursome take over theaters on June 19th, and this time it's the first family, the Fantastic Four. The reboot focuses on the team in their younger days, with Miles Teller starring as team leader Mr. Fantastic, Jamie Bell as the Thing, Michael B. Jordan as the Human Torch, and Kate Mara as his sister, the Invisible Woman. Toby Kebbell will play main baddie, Dr. Doom. Now, Pixar returns after a 2-year hiatus on the 19th with their new original animated film, Inside Out. The film focuses on various emotions inside the mind of a little girl voiced by Amy Poehler, Mindy Kaling, Bill Hader, Louis Black, and Phyllis Smith. Now, our favorite talking teddy bear returns on June 26th with Seth MacFarlane once again providing the voice for the foul-mouthed Ted. Mark Wahlberg and Mila Kunis also return, though Kunis is reportedly taking on a much smaller role this time around. However, Amanda Seyfried will be stepping in to take over the female lead. Now, if Mad Max and Jurassic Park didn't make you feel nostalgic, then maybe the return of Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator will. Terminator Genesis hits theaters on July 1st and will reportedly take a page from Back to the Future 2 and involve the resistance and machines trying to alter the events of the first two movies. July 3rd has something for all of the ladies out there as Channing Tatum returns to his epic stripping escapades in Magic Mike XXL. No word yet if recent Oscar winner Matthew McConaughey will be returning to take it all off too, but fingers crossed. Our favorite Minions are getting their very own spin-off movie on July 10th and taking on villainous husband and wife Scarlet and Herb Overkill, voiced by Sandra Bullock and John Hamm. Marvel's Phase 3 begins on July 17th with the release of Ant-Man starring Paul Rudd as a thief who steals Michael Douglas's size-altering formula and superhero persona. Also on the 17th is Pan, a Peter Pan origin tale starring Garrett Hedlund as Captain Hook, Rooney Mara as Tiger Lily, and Hugh Jackman as the pirate Blackbeard. Judd Apatow returns behind the camera for the July 24th comedy Trainwreck starring Brie Larson, Tilda Swinton, Bill Hader, and LeBron James. Yep, that LeBron James. The last continue on July 31st with Grimsby starring Sacha Baron Cohen and Mark Strong. That weekend also brings the release of Tim Burton's adaptation of the popular young adult novel Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiars. The plot focuses on a teenager who must protect a group of orphans with special powers from deadly monsters. Another movie based on a popular children's book arrives on August 7th. This time it's R.L. Stein's Goosebumps with Jack Black starring. The 7th also marks the debut of Michael Fassbender in Assassin's Creed based on the popular video game franchise. And finally, Jeremy Renner returns as Aaron Cross on August 14th in the 5th Bourne movie, and the second film to not actually include Jason Bourne. Keep in mind that these release dates may and probably will change for some time. Of course, there are still plenty of movies that we're waiting to stand in line for this summer, and to find out which ones they are, go ahead and click right there. So which 2015 summer movies are you most excited to see? Share your list with us in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to Clever Movies for details on these films and a whole lot more. Until then, I'm Erin Robinson, and we'll see you at the movies.